Welcome to Room Brothers. This is going to be the next episode of the exciting motorcycling customization and modification build that we are working on called the 𝗧𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃. In this episode, we're gonna assemble the fuel tank of the motorcycle that we have been working on since the previous episodes. And in case if you are somebody who's new here or just stumbled upon this channel just by the reason of algorithm, then you have come to the right place. So let me tell you what Room Brothers is all about. Here at Room Brothers, we talk, discuss and work on our own automobiles sitting right at the comfort of our own homes. It could be in your garage or just in your parking lot, so that you get to enjoy the hobby of cars and motorcycles just like me. And along the way, maybe inspire this generation to get into the beautiful world of automobiles. Those of you who love machines, you know what I'm talking about. If you guys like this content, then hitting that subscribe, like, share and comment buttons is much appreciated, as you would rarely find such informative content in today's social media platforms. Especially to some content creators out there, it's all about gaining views and followers by making some useless content, thereby disturbing the reputation of this small and beautiful automotive community. And that is one of the many reasons why I came about with this 𝗧𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 project, to talk and show you guys what real automotive enthusiasm is all about. I've strategically made dedicated episodes when it comes to just the area of the fuel tank, covering different aspects of it, like how to periodically maintain it, how to clean it, how to paint it if you are doing so, and how to assemble it. There would be around 6 to 8 episodes of it just covering the topic of fuel tank. If you are somebody who loves long distance touring or traveling on your car or motorcycle, watching each episode of this service build will help you tremendously in 3 ways. First scenario, if you ever get stuck on the road and there is a fuel related issue, you can get yourself out of trouble. Second scenario, by watching such informative content, you can save your time and money from the increasing service related scams that are happening today, where the vehicle after the service has more problems than before because of some inexperienced mechanics out there. Third scenario, when you choose to work on your own machine, all you have to do is watch these videos and you can do it yourself. This is the reason I say you won't regret following Room Brothers. This episode could be a little bit longer compared to the previous ones, as we are putting back together everything, but one thing is for sure, it would be definitely interesting and suiting to the eye as always. So without further ado, let's jump into it. As always, grab your popcorn, sit back and enjoy the ride. These fasteners and screws look a bit tired because of its 7 years of age and exposing to the outer elements. So let's give them a refreshment, shall we? Let's clean the fuel surge valve system, which is responsible for maintaining pressure in the fuel lines. Cleaning and inspecting the component are 2 areas that you need to remember whenever you are working on your machine, as it increases the life expectancy of the machine. Check and inspect these rubber fuel hoses for any blockage or if the rubber is degrading. If so, replace them, don't take a chance, irregardless of what brand of motorcycle you drive. Let's clean these spring clips as well. After individually inspecting each and every component of this fuel surge valve system, everything looks fine. So let's start assembling it back together. This should be good to go for many more days to come. Now let's start assembling the fuel tank support brace. This brace holds the fuel tank onto the frame of the motorcycle. So as this is a structural component, so we need to assemble it carefully and there are no chances of errors here. Nowadays, all the modern motorcycles come up with such support systems for the fuel tanks. So irregardless of what brand you drive, Royal Enfields, KTMs, Yamahas, Hondas, Suzuki's, Triumphs, so on, when you're doing such works, pay close attention and assemble it carefully. These rubber tabs which we just installed here serves the purpose of protecting the foreign particles from entering into this part, like the water, moisture, debris or dirt, thereby protecting it from the rusting and decaying from the inside. That's why you don't become a motorcyclist or a car enthusiast just by buying a machine, but rather having certain kind of knowledge and understanding when it comes to machines. And that's why paying attention to minute details like this shows the professionalism and the attention to detail that you have. And that is what this Suzuki Gixxer SF project build is all about. It's about getting to know your machine in a detailed way to a point where if something happens down in the middle of the road or in an emergency situation, you should be able to put it back together without any help of an outside mechanic or even an authorized service center. Now this is another important component when it comes to the fuel system. It's called a fuel cock or a fuel valve. This is where you regulate the fuel by turning into on, off or reserve position. It collects all the dust and the foreign particles that gets collected at the bottom of the fuel tank. If you observe closely, there is dust accumulated at the bottom of it, so let's clean it thoroughly. You can see the amount of dirt that is coming out of it. Now this looks clean. Now let's clean the particulate filter. By the looks of it, it's not too bad. Let me wash it with petrol and get back to you guys. Fuel gets filtered through this white mesh part that you see here. So once again, check, inspect and clean. This looks dirtier than the bottom filter. Even the outer body of the petrol cock looks a bit tired as well. So why don't we clean this? So let me use my magic trick. Ta-da! Well, this looks much better. And it will stay healthy for a lot more days to come. Let's start assembling this fuel tank brace. Make sure the rubber dampeners are aligned in place. Let's start carefully assembling the petrol gauge into the fuel tank. Insert it nicely and gently. In case if your motorcycle is fuel injected, then you would be installing the fuel injection system and the fuel pump. installing the petrol valve or the petrol cock. Again, these are delicate parts, so be nice and gentle with them. Installing these fasteners and screws that we just cleaned and polished. These look nice and shiny and will last a long time without rusting or deteriorating. Let's install this fuel surge system. As you guys have seen, the fuel tank turned out to be so good because of the attention to detail and the personal care that I have shown towards my machine, that no amount of mechanic or even an authorized center can ever show towards my machine. Because end of the day, we have to realize it's a business. They are in for the money, not for the care of the machine. But to me and most of you guys out there who love your machine, these are not just a mode of transport, but rather these are your riding companions, because we love our machines so much. So far we just covered the area of the fuel tank, and there are many more exciting episodes that are going to come ahead in regards to this Suzuki Gixxer SF project build, and I don't want you to miss a single one of it. So as always, ride hard, drive safe, eat healthy, live right and do good. The mantra of Room Brothers. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.